Good evening.
We would like to welcome you to a meeting of the Franklin City School Board for Thursday, June 20th, 2019. The mission of Franklin City Public Schools is to work in partnership with students, families, and the community to provide enriching opportunities to empower individual learners to maximize their potential in becoming critical thinkers, productive citizens, and lifelong learners. At this time, we'll have motions from closed session.
First, we need to have the motion that's in the agenda that we're coming out of closed session.
That's where I am.
Okay.
I'm at 2.3 for those that are following me. Motion to come out of closed session.
I move that the school board, having been in closed session pursuant to a proper motion, come out of closed session.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It has been moved and properly second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. At this time, we'll entertain a motion for the certification by the school board. 2.4.
Whereas the Franklin City School Board has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas Section 2.2-3712D of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by this school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Franklin City School Board hereby certifies that, to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification applies, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that according to Section 2.2-3712D of the Code of Virginia for certification by this school board. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. At this time, we have our Pledge of Allegiance.
Do we also have other motions on
Okay. There were other motions. Everybody sit.
Just kidding.
Yes. All right, let's entertain other motions from closed session.
Madam Chairman, I would like to make a motion that we approve the personnel agenda as it was presented.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Okay, any other motions from closed session?
Yes. I move that we direct Mr. Williams to prepare a new easement for the Hayden Village Center to have ingress and egress over the property previously occupied by the Head Start program on Oak Street, and to allow the Hayden Village Center to make improvements for its use, and if Hayden Village Center ceases to operate the facility at the Hayden School property, then the easement will terminate and revert back to Franklin City Public Schools.
Can we get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing none, the motion is carried. Were there any other motions from closed session? Thank you. I believe the Pledge of Allegiance is in order at this time. Let's stand again. Ms. Sterling, would you like to lead us?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would like to say thank you so much to Mr. Michael Glenn with the Hayden Village Center project. Thank you. Thank you. School Board, what's your pleasure for 2.7, the approval of the agenda?
Madam Chairwoman, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Roll call, Mrs. Moore?
Rebecca Jester,
Present?
Amy Phillips, Dr. Hall Leonard,
Present.
Michelle Williams,
Present.
Carrie Johnson.
Present.
I believe Ms. Moore, Ms. Phillips is present with us. She was not able to join us for the open session. Okay, all right, just wanted to make sure. Anyone signed up for citizens' time, 2.9? Okay, we have no one signed up for citizens' time. All right, we will move to our consent agenda. That's 3.1, action to approve minutes. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes for Wednesday, June the 12th, 2019, which was a called meeting? School Board call meeting minutes, Wednesday, June 12th, 2019. I'm going to ask our board clerk, are you able to open? It's not opening? Okay. I'm going to quickly review. I would like to say, board members, we've had the opportunity to review the minutes in board docs, but our called meeting Wednesday, June 12th, 2019, that meeting was held at the Franklin City School Board office at 6:00 p.m., and it was immediately followed by a closed session. The current members that evening present was Rebecca Jester, Amy Phillips, Andrea Hall Leonard, Marshall Williams, and Jessica Grant. Did we have any questions, any edits for Wednesday, June 12th, 2019? Due to the storm tonight, some of the documents may not open for us, so we won't be able to go back and look at that. Yes, so if you would just give us a minute, we're quickly reviewing to make sure we got everything. I didn't have any edits for this particular meeting. Let's see, so you were, it doesn't say that you were present, you must have been. Okay. Did you come in late? You joined us. Do want to make notation that Ms. Johnson did join us. So I did call the members that were present, but Ms. Johnson did join us. So you joined us right before, so you were actually present. Okay. All right, so we want you to approve with the correction. Okay. All right, so can we get a motion to approve with the correction that Ms. Carrie Johnson did join us for the open session right before we went into closed session? That is the one correction.
We started closed session.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says Ms. Carrie Johnson joined the closed session after the approval of the motion to enter closed session. However, it says members present, Rebecca Jester, Amy Phillips, Andrea Hall Leonard, Marshall Williams, and Jessica Grant. The question is whether or not Ms. Carrie Johnson's name should be mentioned under members present.
Well, those members present was for those who made the motion going into closed session. She wasn't there.
Only going into closed
That's
session.
why the vote will change as you go through the agenda. The vote will go from,
5 to 6?
well, it started out at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Grant left the meeting, so you'll see another notation that says Mrs. Grant left during closed session.
We have that?
And so the vote continues to stay at 5.
Okay. And so that it is not a correction, because the question was whether or not it was a correction. So the minutes stand. Is that
Okay.
correct, Ms. Moore? Okay, thank you so much for the clarity. So I believe now we're ready for the question. We need a motion at this time to approve the school board call meeting minutes for Wednesday, June 12, 2019.
I move to approve the minutes for the called meeting on June 12, 2019.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to approve the school board call meeting minutes for Wednesday, June 12, 2019. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. We did have some discussion. Okay? We also have, let's see, did we have any other minutes? We have, those were the only minutes, I believe, that we have. That was Wednesday, June 12, 2019. Okay, thank you. And so, moving right along, I believe we're at the report of the superintendent.
Excellent, thank you. We're going to start with Franklin High School 2018-2019 VHSL sports and activities. This is for your review, but I just want to mention a couple of highlights. Students participating, we had 163 out of 281 students who are participating in at least one VHSL sports activity. 58% of all students directly benefit from our membership in the VHSL, and Franklin High School offers 19 VHSL sponsored sports and activities. So at your leisure, please review the outstanding year that Franklin High School had, from cheerleading to golf to cross country, tennis, volleyball, basketball, wrestling, softball, baseball, boys soccer, girls soccer. I mean, it is a tremendous sports program. Track is a tremendous sports program at Franklin High School. And at the end, we want to definitely thank Coach Lease and his family for 31 wonderful years of dedicated service to the students of FHS.
Yes.
Next in our good news, we want to recognize Ms. Sherry Newby. Ms. Sherry Newby was awarded the Continuing Education Board of the American Speech Language Hearing Association. Takes great pleasure in informing you that Ms. Sherry M. Newby was granted a first award for Continuing Education ACE on March 2019. She just received that notification, so we want to thank her and recognize her for her continued efforts in making certain that our students are up to date with the cutting edge technology and experiences in the speech, language, and pathology. So we're very proud. I know that is something that is near and dear to our board chair as well. Next, congratulations to Franklin City Public Schools. We are currently being recognized in VSBA's newsletter. We are the Division Spotlight, Franklin City Public Schools, Rethinking School Lunch. We were asked to submit this article. Ms. Vick graciously wrote the article and submitted it with the number of pictures that you see. This is the red, so this was during our Valentine's Day. So we just want to thank VSBA for taking time to reach out to us, to give us the congratulations on the work that we're doing. So at this time, Statewide is reading about Franklin City Public Schools. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes. Some wonderful.
gonna say tutu. Next, I'm going to move into the division financial report. I just would like to inform the board that I did release the directors this evening because of the inclement weather, so I will be doing their reports. Division financial reports from Ms. Pamela Kindred. We are asking approval for PO 20010 FSCOM in the amount of $16,912. Part to upgrade the fiber optics to all schools. This is for our internet and for our computers and telephones. And you have that before you at this time. And the reason why it says 20 for the PO number is that the funds will be taken out of next year's budget. So that's how you know the year. If it's at 19, then it will be for this year. So we're asking the board for a vote.
Okay. School Board, what's your pleasure? Can we get a motion?
I make a motion that we approve purchase order number 20-010 to FS.com Inc. to buy fiber optic cables in the amount of $16,912.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second to approve the purchase order 20-010. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Superintendent Sterling?
Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to present for the authorization to sign in the absence of the superintendent. In the absence of the superintendent, Ms. Felicia Breckhalter, who is our Director of Instruction, I am requesting that she be authorized to sign documents if the superintendent is not available.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion at this time.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the authorization of signature in absence of the division superintendent to Ms. Felicia Burkhalter through June 30th, 2020.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion?
This will be through June 30th, 2020?
Through
As
June
the
30th,
others?
2020, yes.
Okay.
Any other discussion, comments? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Excellent, thank you. What you have before you is the VSBA Policy Service Agreement. We present this to the board every year so we can have contractual services from the VSBA. I'm presenting this for the board's approval. The board will pay VSBA a total amount of $2,100 for its services under this agreement.
At this time, we'll entertain a motion for the VSBA Policy Services Agreement to approve that.
I make a motion to approve the VSBA Policy Services Agreement as presented.
Let me get a second.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
All right, excellent, thank you. Next, we'll move on to federal programs and operation report. This is the American Red Cross Facility Use Agreement. In case of any emergency in Franklin City, the Red Cross we're authorizing them to use our facility. This also is presented to the school board every year.
Recommended action, a motion to approve the American Red Cross Facility Use Agreement for 2019 and through 2020.
I make a motion that we approve the American Red Cross Facility Use Agreement for the 1920 school year as presented.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion? All in favor?
I have a question.
Yes, go right ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The address on the agreement,
Mm-hmm.
is that the new address that we're going by? I know that we just recently changed our address, and that was one that I'm not readily familiar with, the
The City
800.
of Franklin, School Board should be 709. It says 800, and I think they put that wrong on the agreement. But
I
we're
would-
I wasn't
approving
recognizing
facility
the 800.
use for Franklin High School. That's really our agreement. So we will make the correction
So that should be 310 Crescent Drive?
20, no, the owner is the school board who's
School board,
authorized.
it'd be
Oh.
our address.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Down here.
Mhm.
So it will be 209, to begin after July 1st. So it should still be 207 at this time that we enter into the agreement. Is that correct?
I would put 209.
209,
because
future date?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So it will be 209 West Second Avenue. That, I know I'll make that correction.
And I believe this was presented on May 15, 2019. I was looking at the date of that.
That was all.
Okay. So, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, we're going to move to curriculum and instruction, and we have field trips. We have one field trip for the FHS cheerleaders, overnight field trip. This is before you, we have 13 cheerleaders, one bus, and we'll have 2 chaperones from 6 a.m. to 9. They will be participating in an organized cheerleading camp at the College of William and Mary. And you have the 2 chaperones, the varsity and JV coaches.
Recommended action is to approve the Franklin High School cheerleading camp overnight field trip request to William and Mary.
I make a motion that we approve the field trip request for the cheerleading team to attend the College of William and Mary cheering camp, July 29th through the 31st, 2019.
We get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Superintendent Sterling?
Thank you. Next, we would like we're gonna go over the Access College Agreement, which has to be approved. We are in the process of, this is the final stages of having a college access coordinator located at Franklin High School to help students with college admissions, scholarships, and everything with the college process. This is a presentation that was presented to the high school principal, the counselor, director of instruction, and myself. And it says need for college access, and it talks about students from low-income families are least likely to graduate, so they are targeting all students, but especially that population of first-generation students. So if you turn, they began in Norfolk. If you turn to page 2, third slide, they began in Norfolk in 1988, expanded to Portsmouth in 90, expanded to Bayside and Green Run in 99, and it goes on and on. And the expansion to Southampton and Franklin County and Surrey, we, with your approval, will expand for 2019. The services on page 3, access services in high school are for grades 11 and 12. The access advisors, and I think this is excellent because this is something that we do not have to pay for. They are on our campus actively doing the work to assist with fee payments for college entrance tests. That is something that our students won't have to pay. Assist with fee payments for advanced placement tests. Assist with fee payments for college applications. They take students on college tours. Assist in filing with free and appropriate, and you know that FAFSA, we need extra support with that.
Yes.
For all sources of need-based aid. And assist in finding outside scholarships and other academic-based aid.
Superintendent Sterling, can you tell us how this program is, or is it similar to what we already have with Abbott? Is it at all? Or the TRIO programs with Upward Bound?
Abbott is
Okay.
something that works with the students to develop management skills.
Okay.
To be able to develop study skills.
Mm-hmm.
This particular program is actively working to get them into college. So Abbott works with a student that may be 2.5 and below. This program expands it to all children.
Okay. Okay. Will they work closely with the school counseling department?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Any other questions? Okay. And so I believe, Superintendent Sterling, the recommended action tonight would be to approve the participation with the Access College Foundation.
Absolutely, and at the end, you'll see the gold colored paper that talks about the Access College Foundation and the draft between Franklin City. And it'll go from August 19, and I really like how they're starting immediately when school starts, to June 2020.
Okay, so board members, tonight the recommended action is to approve the participation or engagement agreement with Access College Foundation. Can we get a motion?
I move that Franklin City Public Schools participate with Access College Foundation with the agreement as presented.
Okay, can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried for Franklin City Public Schools to participate with Access College Foundation.
Excellent, I'm very excited about that. Thank you, school board members, I appreciate that. I'd like to also provide the summer feeding schedule and location
Thank you.
for our students. So you will have the summer feeding program and locations. The site is MLK Center, Target Group Public. That's any child in Franklin City Public School. Therefore, and adults, if need be. Mondays through Fridays, lunch and snack will be provided. Also, our own site, SP Morton Elementary School, Target Group, Boys and Girls Club, date June 17th through August 16th, Monday through Thursday, lunch and snacks provided. Friday, the site will be MLK Center, lunch and snacks provided. Food provided by the food bank. So I'm just going over our partners, the number of partners that work with us to ensure that our students are fed during the summer. Summer feeding program locations, we have a site at J.P. King Middle School, Target Group Summer School, June 24th through July 23rd, Monday through Thursday. Snacks will also be provided. Food provided by Cover 3. We have another site, Paul D. Camp Community College, Target Group, all of our Upward Bound students in that program, June 17th through the 23rd, Mondays through Friday, lunch and snacks provided. Another site that we partner with every year is the YMCA. They will be providing lunch and snacks from June 17th to August 30th. So if one date ends a little bit earlier in August, there's another program that will extend it all the way up until Labor Day.
This is very helpful. I appreciate you providing the summer feeding schedule and the location. We want to make sure that our families are aware. So this information, I'm assuming, will also be uploaded to our website?
It will be uploaded to our website, and I also will be doing a reverse 911 for the parents.
Oh, this is wonderful. Wonderful information. Want to make sure that the students are not going hungry during the summer. Thank you, Ms. Durden.
Absolutely. And this is just a facility usage agreement for the board, and this is for your information. And we talked about it at our last meeting, that we wanted to look at how each individual organization is paying for the facilities. So this is for your review, and I hope that the next meeting or in the future, we can come back and look at this a little bit more, because the prices do change if we have an agreement with, let's just say, for example, Parks and Rec. Will be different from another nonprofit organization, because we have an official MOU on file with Parks and Rec. That's for your review. Also for your review is the superintendent's summer schedule. Just so you'll know, superintendent will be in the office and during the summer, except the following days. So I wanted to make certain that you have that in writing. And at this time, that concludes the superintendent's report.
Okay, thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Superintendent Sterling. And I believe we have important dates to remember. Are you going to? Thank you so much. I was waiting for that to come up. All right, so the important dates to remember. We appreciate our school board clerk. She's doing double duty this evening. That is Thursday, July 4th through Friday, July 5th, that all schools and offices will be closed. Our next board meeting will be Thursday, July 18th, 2019 at 7:00 p.m. And we do have scheduled our Virginia School Boards Association Board Summer Retreat for Friday, July 19th, 2019 at 10:30 a.m. Were there any other important dates to remember? And I believe we also have, we will attempt to have a special call meeting. So we will need our board clerk to reach out to board members to see if we could try to squeeze in a special call meeting in the month of July, if it's possible. I believe that we did say July. Board members, did we say July? Yes, okay. If that is possible, we're going to ask our school board clerk to poll board meetings, but because of time tonight, we won't try to get that date this evening. That she will get back with us as to a good time to have a special call meeting. And were there any other important dates to remember? Okay. If not, I believe 7.2, business by the school board, is the update on the historical marker application. I was going to say, I do need her support on that too. I appreciate you, Ms. Moore, because she's working it over here. Okay, we would like to, at this time, to recognize, before you leave that spot, we want to recognize Ms. Jessica Grant, who is in the audience this evening, who has been representing Ward 5 diligently for the Della Hayton Historical Marker application. We're going to provide an update this evening, but we do want to thank you, Ms. Grant, publicly for your collaboration with the Hayton Group. It has been a collaborative partnership. However, Ms. Jessica Grant has led the efforts on behalf of Franklin City Public Schools in collaboration with the Hayton Group and Dr. Alvin Harris. And so the Della Hayton Marker application update, you can go now to the next slide. We're working. Okay, yes. And so we have here before you pictures of Sweetbriar College. I had the opportunity to make the trip to Sweetbriar, Virginia on yesterday, and I returned today because the meeting of the joint boards for the Department of Historic Resources, that meeting was held this morning. And I wanted to show some of the pictures of Sweetbriar College, and I said to myself, this has got to be one of Virginia's best kept secrets. It is so beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful, the campus. And I believe the campus has at least 3,000, I think it's 3,000 square feet. But it is actually beautiful. It's a beautiful campus. You can continue, yes. And so the historical marker, this is the text that the Historical Society has approved, or the Department of Historic Resources has approved. And so it says here that Della I. Hayton, educator, was born into slavery in North Carolina and moved to Virginia with her mother after the Civil War. She attended a Freedmen's Bureau school and graduated from the Hampton Normal and Agricultural Institute, later Hampton University, in 1877. She then served as a teacher and principal in Franklin, and for more than a decade was lady principal of what is now Virginia State University. In 1904, Hayton founded the Franklin Normal and Industrial Institute to provide academic, agricultural, and industrial training to African American students. The school, renamed Hayton High School in her honor, moved into a new brick building here in 1953. So I believe that is the language on, or the text for the marker. And as recent as this afternoon, I was, before I read the official notification, they did this morning ask if there were representatives for any of the applications today to give word. So I did stand today before the Department of Historic, the Joint Board for the Department of Historic Resources, and I did speak today on behalf of Franklin City Public Schools and the Hayton Group in our efforts and our application. And so we want to thank Ms. Jessica Grant once again. She received the notification that she forwarded to the school board so graciously. So we have an official announcement, June 20th, 2019, and it reads, "Dear Ms. Grant, I am pleased to send official notice," and I think you're trying to enlarge that for us. "I'm pleased to send official notice that the Virginia Board of Historic Resources approved the Della Irvin Hayton Highway marker at its meeting on June 20th, 2019. And I have read the final text. Soon, I will contact the City of Franklin to confirm the site for this marker. I will then authorize the Foundry Sewer Studios to provide the marker. The Foundry will ship the marker to the city, and employees there will install it. The Foundry will bill the Franklin City Public School Board and the Hayton Group directly, and it lists the amount for the marker and for the post. The invoice will arrive around the time the marker is shipped. In selecting a date for a marker dedication ceremony, please keep in mind that it generally takes at least 2 months for the sign to be manufactured and delivered, and we also need to leave time for installation. Please keep me posted on any dedication plans, as the Department of Historic Resources will do its best to send a representative to the event. DHR will soon be issuing a press release about the markers approved at the June board meeting. If you have any questions at this stage, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you again for your interest in the Highway Marker Program, and congratulations, Dr. Jennifer Lux. We are excited. I'd like to say congratulations, Franklin City Public Schools. Congratulations to the Hayton Group. It has been a wonderful, collaborative effort. Thank you so much. I also want to mention tonight, Ms. Grant also took the lead as a school board member representing Ward 5. She took the lead on contacting and making sure that we had letters of support from our city manager, and also from our mayor. So we were able to submit that along with our application. And this is good news. This is a good day to be a citizen of Franklin, Virginia, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
This is good news for our city. Excellent. I was there today, and to see Franklin City Schools, the Hayton Group's names mentioned today, along with some of the Hidden Figures, and some of you know about the movie that was recently featured some of the women that participated with NASA in Newport News. Those marker applications were also approved today. And I went, oh my goodness, this is historic. There were 2 of them from the NASA group. They were approved today, as well as some of you may be familiar with I believe she was the jazz artist, I believe it's Pearl Bailey, was all in Newport News. That was also approved today. And right before I left, because I did have to sneak out so I could get back here for tonight's meeting, I believe it was Isle of Wight County Courthouse also had a presentation today as well for preservation in Isle of Wight County. So there were a lot of things going on with the joint boards of the Department of Historic Resources. So congratulations. We can congratulate ourselves, and we thank Ms. Jessica Grant on behalf of the school board this evening. We really appreciate your diligence in working with the Hayden Group on our behalf and taking the lead. Thank you so much. And so that concludes my presentation this evening for the Della Hayden marker. Any comments, questions? Okay. Was there any other business this evening by school board members? Any other business by school board members? I would just like to say congratulations to all of our students in Franklin City Public Schools. Now, board members, we did, I want to congratulate you as well, and congratulate you for participating in the graduations. It started, I believe, it was S.P. Morton, the preschool. It was Joseph P. King. I believe it was 5th grade promotion. S.P. Morton had the Bright Stars, and they had 5th grade. And then Joseph P. King had the 8th grade promotion. Then Franklin High School, the final commencement. That's always a lot of fun. So thank you to our superintendent working with our administrative staff to get it all done. We are very appreciative. Want to also say congratulations to those students who will be going off this summer, studying at the various colleges. William and Mary, I believe, is one. Virginia Tech is one. And there's another one for the, I believe it's the Regional Governor School. Yes, because Mr. Wallace Johnson. So we appreciate his efforts with our gifted students as well. And we want to thank Ms. Sterling for working with our middle school administrators to make sure that we were able to have some of our other students, because we are a division for all of our students. So if we don't have any other comments, any discussion this evening, we'll entertain. Mr. Superintendent Sterling, did you have anything else?
No.
Okay, we'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Thank you also, Mr. Williams, for joining us this evening. Thank you. Everybody be safe.
Thank you, you too.